All right, guys. So today I have an amazing guest. Her name is Johanna Solomon. Not,
Yeah.
not. She's not related to King Solomon, but she's been in my program for quite some time now. I would say been about 8 months, and she's just been killing it. Obviously, there's been a lot of ups, some downs, of course, and vacations and things happen. But overall, despite all of that, you've been one of the most consistent people I've ever coached, which is incredible. So it's an honor to have you on here. I'm excited. So let's talk about your goals. Like, what is it that you had wanted to achieve initially coming into the program?
Okay. Well, at the beginning, I just really wanted to kind of get my life back together, try to get back to my happiest state. And, like I was starting to do that like last year, but then I didn't really make that like firm decision until beginning of this year. So
Right.
that's why I contacted you. I saw your ad and I was just
Mm, that's
that was
awesome.
start.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that because we did have an interesting call for sure.
Uh-huh.
Especially the way it could have ended one of two ways.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it ended in the way that worked out to both of our benefits. Because have a desire to see people's lives change, and obviously you had one to have your own life change. So but we'll talk more about that later.
Mhm.
Now, in terms of like the specifics as it pertains to getting back to your healthiest state, what did that entail? Like, what did you believe in your mind had to happen with your level of fitness to achieve that?
Okay, yeah, so I'm a big foodie and like my schedule is so packed, like being in nursing, like our schedules are very like it fluctuates a lot. So
Mm,
for me to even fit any kind of exercise or like try to I guess prepare healthier foods, it was a little difficult for me, so I had to really, like change that somehow.
mm, got you. Okay, so you had to change that, just the lifestyle habits. So you wanted to change the lifestyle habits. So those are all the means. What was the end that you wanted in terms of like your physique and stuff like that?
Well, of course I wanted a flat stomach
Mm,
and
okay.
a bigger booty.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
um But yeah, that and basically just being able to fit into nicer clothes, feeling good about myself. That was really the big goal for me.
Love it, love it. It's funny because I love how you're mentioning more so like like how the benefits of getting the flatter stomach, the benefits of losing the body fat versus the goal in and of itself, because the goal is just a means to an end, right? Like, what is
Mhm.
your experience in life gonna be like when you have that type of physique is what really matters,
Yeah.
right? People don't really want a flat stomach. They want to go out and be more confident. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's
Yeah.
really what they want. So, let's talk about some of the changes people have noticed. Like, what have people been telling you about your progress since you've started working with me?
Well, people have been telling me I need to get new scrubs.
Okay. Nurse
Yeah, all my
love.
scrubs are too big now, so I am gonna have to do a lot of shopping and
Yes.
a lot of the clothes that because I lost weight a couple of years ago.
Mm,
And a lot of those clothes I couldn't fit for a while. So now it was nice to be able to wear them again and to actually not have to suck it in, just to be able
right.
to like zip things up or like to be able to like button things up.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. So what have you noticed yourself with your body composition since starting?
Um well that like the having to fit into pants, which is nice. And I felt like I had like my arms are more toned,
Mm,
my stomach isn't as heavy,
mm,
um, and yeah, like I don't have that back fat that I used to have like a lot of,
mm.
and my face
Yeah.
is skinnier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. That's the first thing because
Yeah.
we didn't do a video call since we did the initial one.
Yeah.
and I'm remembering now where you were at. It's actually, if almost, even though like obviously I've seen the pictures,
Yeah.
but it's almost like a child, they grow up and the parents don't
Yeah.
really notice, but then you see the child, you maybe an auntie or a family friend see that child after like years, and you're like, oh my gosh, like you got so tall. The kid's
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about? But because you're with yourself. So yeah, I definitely can see it in a very startling way. So it's incredible.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yes, yes. Pat yourself on the back. So now let's talk about like the actual stats. Like how much weight did you lose? Like where were you when we started? What are you at now?
I think, when we started, I was about 193,
Mm.
and I think even during that time, it went up just a little bit to, like, I think maximum was, like, 196 during that week.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yes, I remember
yeah,
that.
and then, today, as of today, I'm 163 pounds.
Let's go. The lowest. The
Yes.
lowest point. Let's go.
So, that's about 30-ish pounds that I lost.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. 30, yeah, like 32 pounds basically.
Yeah.
33 pounds. Wow. Yes, that's a celebration. There should be
Yeah.
streamers falling from your ceiling right now and like confetti. Yeah. Or when you're a foodie, it's noodles that falls from the sky.
Oh, I don't that's messy. I don't think I
Oh,
want
yeah. Yeah, no, no, no. They have to be like confetti shaped noodles or
Yeah.
noodle shaped confettis. Yeah. But anyways, I digress. So, all right,
Mhm,
cool. So wow, you lost 33 pounds. That is inspiring. So, what do you think was the most impactful part of this program? Because there's obviously tons of different programs. I'm sure
mhm,
you've tried things in the past. So, what do you think? Actually, yeah, let's first go into that. What have you tried in the past to help with, hitting your goal? And what do you think about this program actually got you further along?
okay. Well, before I did the keto diet,
Mm,
um, that I found was, like, too restrictive for me, and even though I lost all that weight, it was just, like, I wasn't really as happy while doing it. I
mm,
felt like every single time I went out or, like, ate with friends or just even, like, at home, like, I had to really think about, "Hey, should I be eating that?" Like, I yeah, it was just a lot of, like, restriction, which I didn't like, and what I liked about this program was that you gave me meal plans, and
mm,
when I looked at those meal plans, I'm like, "Okay, they're doable and they're sustainable," right? Like,
mm.
I it also helped me, like, especially when I eat out and stuff like that, it, like, made me smarter or, like, wiser about what I should be eating, and I'm like, "Hey, that has carbs, but I can eat that."
Yeah, just gotta get
Yeah.
my protein in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, because we definitely had like, periods where we done like lower carbs and stuff like that. But
Mhm,
obviously like the bulk, the meat of what really moved the needle, especially earlier on, was a higher carb, high protein diet, right? Because that essentially taught you that, okay, I don't need to have a carbless diet in order to lose weight, right? It may be beneficial to some degree, but now that I'm eating, etching closer to my goal, now I can eat the carbs in such a way where I'm not going to be like going up in my
mhm,
weight back to where I started. So that's amazing that you have felt that you've learned how to eat. That's crucial.
yeah,
So now, obviously, with an online program, I find a lot of people I've talked to in the past, or even my team has talked to, they'd be like, people would say, yeah, I really want to lose weight, I really want to get in shape, but like they're skeptical. They don't think that this type of thing could work for them. Either it's just because it's an online thing, or just in general, they don't believe it's going to work, right?
mhm,
And I know that you could speak highly on this hesitation that most people have because you
yeah,
were very hesitant. I definitely had to flex that perseverance muscle to even like, get
yeah,
you on board. I could have definitely been like, all right, you know what? It's okay. Think about it and just call it a day. But, like I said to you before, and I'll say it again because it's the truth that I crave these transformations, and I had mentioned that if I were you, I wouldn't even hire me if I just let you just go off and do your thing, because then that just shows that after everything you just said, pouring out your heart, I'm like, nah, think
yeah,
about it. No, I need to. That's like my first level of accountability in your life, is to say start this program, right? So what do you say to that person that's on the fence about starting something like this?
Honestly, just take the leap of faith. If you're
Mm,
really someone who wants to change your life, you have to try anything to
mm,
help change that, to be honest. Like
mm,
if you don't take that leap of faith, you're just not going anywhere. Yeah.
mm.
Gonna be the same old, same old.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love that. We don't want the same old.
No. We want a new, confident person.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. We want
Yeah.
the new.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. No, but thank you so much for your effort, your hard work. Of course, without, you putting in the work, this doesn't even happen. That's the funny thing. It's not about me. It's all about
Well, you know what? I have to thank you for at least keeping me in check because sometimes, I people get lazy. We're only human, right? And
for sure.
when I don't do what I'm supposed to do, you're like, "Hey, what's
What's
happening?"
going on? Yeah,
So
no.
it really helped me. I'm like, oh, I have to do this. If I don't do this, he's gonna be disappointed.
Yeah. That's why it's
Yeah,
important to have mentors and,
yeah. It's
accountability partners.
accountability. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a testament to the fact that we are created for community and connection,
Mhm.
because we try to do it on our own. But I think it's almost like in our minds, when we're trying to do it on our own, there's
Mhm.
no incentive because there's no connection there,
Yeah.
right? I was reading this article that said the opposite of addiction is connection. And I found that so interesting because a lot of us think the opposite would be like sobriety, but it's
Mhm.
actually not. When you have connection, and normally most people are connected to things that support their addiction. But
Yeah.
when you have connection that is genuine and it's not in relation to your addiction, now
Mhm.
you start seeing change come into your life because I don't know, it just lifts you up. It's a spiritual thing. I don't really quite understand the depths of it, but
Yeah.
it just makes sense.
Yeah. Also like community, right? Like
Mm,
support.
yeah.
You're there to support me. There's people who support me. So that really helped basically speed things along.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Expedite the process. Even with the 10 vacations, we're
Oh my
still
god.
here.
Yeah,
No,
I
who is
know.
that?
So many vacations, but you know what? I was so happy that like during that vacation, I was eating what I wanted, but at the
Mm,
same time, it's like, okay, Joe, you gotta get that protein in.
yeah.
Honestly, that when I came back, I was really shocked with like, I guess like whatever weight I was in, and I was like, oh, I didn't gain weight. What the heck? And
Yeah.
those are like long vacations. They weren't short vacations, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%. And then, the X, the
Mhm.
watermelon burger, all that stuff, which is obviously a healthier choice. But yeah,
Yeah.
you killed it. Super proud of you. I'm excited, to see what else comes down the line. I know we'll talk about this after, but yeah, I definitely want to see more because I already know in my mind the possibilities. We've obviously come so far, but the job is certainly not finished. There's a very huge, inspiring transfer. It's already huge. It's like what you've done is already inspiring. It's already huge, right? But I know that, yeah, but I know there's something that's even grander on the horizon. So, we're gonna make that happen. Super excited for
Me too. Me too.
that. All right, Joel. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you. You have an
Thank you so
amazing
much.
day. We'll talk soon. All right.
Okay.
All right. Peace.